Architecture should not be about an eye-catching design or a photorealistic rendering. It is not about doweling up an old facade with colors and shapes or adding historic architectural features to new construction to make it feel familiar. It's time again for architecture with real purpose to take the front line, to become the standard for what excites us and prompts us to dig deeper. We should not be sold an architectural project from a series of 3 cartoon diagrams. The same way, I don't expect to understand the complex designs of nature by simply looking at them. The shape and form of architecture should be informed by the systematic operations within and the most efficient method of fabricating the geometry that plays host to the particular functionality. The interesting thing about nature is that in order to understand the purpose of something containing truly balanced fundamentals, it requires a vast amount of studying the symbiotic relationship between its form and function. Because in nature, form is function. They are interdependent, almost never with decoration, and if it does entertain the ornate, it is typically with the intention of purposeful distraction. And yet, here we are. Distracting one another, distracting ourselves. We have fetishized the very concept of distraction into an entire economic system designed to keep us from digging deeper and finding purpose beyond funding our 3 meals each day. We must always keep in mind that we are the evolutionary product of bifurcating cells that developed into life forms, humans, us. And we have the remarkable ability to manipulate our environment to build and grow and expand our reach across planets, but also to replenish, nurture, and cure the wounds we've inflicted on each other and our own planet. We are self-replicating by nature. We are self-healing by nature. I want to acknowledge that these thoughts may seem unrelated to architecture, but I believe these are the philosophical ideas that should be used to modernize core principles of design and architecture. We jump so quickly between styles and fads, from ancient Greek architecture, where natural forms were chiseled by hand, to parametric architecture, where complex geometries are digitally fabricated by robots. Now, with artificial intelligence, we are creating immaculate, intricate, complex forms, in many cases with absolutely no performative capabilities. And so we have entered an era obsessed with ornamental architecture, event-based fashion, hyperactive graphic design, and money-focused art. We have rebelled against the international style, contrasting minimalism with maximalism. Many of today's distractions prevent us from nurturing these philosophical thoughts. These ideas can help steer civilization toward a more natural and healing mindset, as opposed to a combative and toxic state of survival. I am advocating to explore avenues and off-ramps that we may have missed because we are too preoccupied or distracted by the ornate. We, humans, like other forms of life, operate best as a collective. As a swarm, we obtain the ability to shift our trajectory and not simply flow where the wind may take us, because we have the ability to move mountains, to shape the sky, to mold the earth, and I believe that is exactly where we need to start, with earth. To learn it, to love it, to understand how and why it operates the way it does, to borrow its nutrients and replenish them, to consume its waste, and create a positive byproduct that fuels a new species. Think of plants. Think of the water cycle. There are so many ways we can intelligently operate with the earth, and in effect, the forms and architecture we create will become a functional and integral part of a system that has been operating for millions of years. Lastly, I'll leave you with this. Skepsu. It's a Greek term that means to be skeptical, to think and to question. Because everything we are taught is constantly changing in response to new discoveries and research that helps us better understand the universe from a more truthful perspective.